Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LEC Spring 2025.
Their soul laners were underperforming out of their immigration from EMEA Masters. Bukata comes in now as well when you look at the change that came through with Isma being on the team in the previous split, now moving over. Bukata has been this breath of fresh air. Kadui has been this breath of fresh air. It's all coming together, and even in the 2v2, you could say the same, but Kadui now fighting with fire as Loopy gets a stun up. Good kite back, and Stend is dead. A first blood of legends. That's Loopy to set up the drill.
Shao is coming down. I think Heretics thought that, oh, we've got the numbers advantage. Really start to snowball. Important that Shao doesn't die, but that's a real reality check there. As the Neferi is going to get the dragon after this. And Shao, a person that we've really praised from Heretics, beating hard at the team, often called to lead them to success, leaves an opening there for Bukata. Corky's still the easier target to hit. Bukata is going to see an invade into his jungle if he goes into this brush.
Well, he sees him a little bit too late, doesn't he? The crash down with the flash as well. You said that invulnerability. It's a pain for the vying. It crafts itself, Nymira.
How is that fair? Loopy's now on an angle. Rika has, there's a chance of a counterplay here.
He's just going to get in the way, though. The charm, though, used a little bit too early. A solar flare, or rather than play the follow-up as the dogs are back on in. Bukata re-engages and makes Team Heretics life a living nightmare. 2 kills quick, and SK's early game is off to the races.
This would have gone so well if this dog did not have SK, though. You can't let all of your big engage tools go to waste. You need to use them efficiently, buy some of that disengage early.
Flash from Sten, though. The engage onto Loopy. He's going to be crashed down. Soulflare's buying him time, but a seismic shot brings him back and shows there to dunk down. The support of SK sent to the ground. 1 kill for Team Heretics to open up the ample opportunity of moving towards this dragon.
Rika uses the Zolt. Kadui wasn't there at the play, and Genix wasn't in a position. Genix ended up just using the needlework there because Carlson got a really good trade onto them. Level up there briefly before Genix could hit that level 10, so a good tool used. Rika now on bot side does have Rod of Ages some extra HP. Might need to get out with a flash.
Yeah, for the wave it's going to be called greed, but I think it's called a great play from Team Heretics in hindsight. Set up there, Stend unfortunately gets a kill, but it's an open wave, open market. Team Heretics have brought cash.
The disengage them. Good play from Heretics to use that time window. Loopy, what's he found?
He has taken a portal because he's also flashed into the melee arms of Camilo. It looks like a good play, and it's going to smell like one too. Kadui, 3 kills because of it. Ambitious, but very innovative from the support of SK.
Both worlds. Yes. Oh, thank God. Look, I have a lot of issues with Ori builds, but if you have a Dark Seal, you can be saved with a lot of different blushes.
Definitely can.
You can save Loopy.
I don't think you can, because even if the curtain call doesn't connect, which in the end, Flacken makes it so, and Loopy will drop to the ground. Now, Genax has actually just jumped in, and Bukata, zone control. His duty not done yet as Kadui helps out his jungler, but SK, it's all about this dragon control that spawns in a minute. However, it's a little bit too early. The charm after the second engage, as Sten has to flash away. The Gwen W helps out a little bit as the needles will fly as well. Bukata ultied in, but he has no reset, and this time he has no invulnerability. Best served cold. He shares revenge as over the wall. Flacken gets some space, and Rika, now with 1 ult charm left available, he has to use it well. His mana bar low, and Camilo in no man's land flashes away the solar flare again. He's getting deja vu. Messy fights beget nonsense once the Herald, so it's going to be 2 dragons down. Remembering, by the way, that SK actually got 5 grubs early on, so it's not the end of the world. It's not like Might are going to spawn off the wazoo. Where is that? What is the wazoo?
You see, the thing is, my mind jumps to Kazoo, and that's not it.
That's like Banjo-Kazooie.
This is right. See, this is the kind of thing which Medic would know, and it really annoys me that I don't know this.
So again, where was she in Infinity War?
That's a great question. These are the questions.
That's like the Eternals. The Eternals are around. Garbage movie, by the way. Save yourself 2 hours. As a... You know what, Marvel? Don't worry. I won't be listening to this. Team Heretics going to get bot turret. This is some gold back into their pocket. And after a rocky early game, they are starting to claw their way back. As onto Carlson, I could say that if he doesn't get caught out, he gets charmed and solar flared, so he stays in place. CC layering there wasn't good from SK, but Carlson is paying the price.
Also, just don't think they have the damage between these 2 members against Carlson, who has...
They give them life in this game, but for Team Heretics, I think the go buttons are obviously a lot simpler. They're trying to use one now with the Herald getting spawn mid a minute before Dragon and opening up the map a little bit.
Yeah, this is the counterweight Herald. You throw it down on the map to balance out a play which is being used elsewhere. Ari's pushing down bot side, can't match the pushing power of the Herald in the mid. Easy mid tower taken. Loopy caught out again.
It's an ult from Camilo to stop any reinforcements. A seismic shove to keep Loopy in place, and the 3rd time is not lucky for this solo support.
This has become a bit of a habit of Loopy's. Yes, you're winning on the side lanes here. If you're not looking for an actual fight in the mid lane, you can't be positioning like that.
Yeah.
The only way I think you can position like that is if you've got immediate double teleports coming in from the other side laners. You shouldn't be doing that anyway because you're getting towers. Now, actually, JetX might have overstated the top side because we do have a couple of people.
It's a pinch.
Here.
Everyone's coming in, 3 versus 1. How do you play it for JetX? He has to get innovative. He brings the scissors out, and it's time to do the duty, cutting down. JetX going to get flashed on. Exhaust is up, but Standy's going to come in and make this play a little bit harder to run by. Carlson as well to finish off the damage, and a shut down for the final touch. It's easily done for Team Heretics. Seismic shove in the side lane. It's all going well for Team Heretics now, and SK getting caught out not once, not twice, not 3 times. It feels
Dragon
like...
is going to go to the side of SK, but it's fairly slow at that. And yes, SK had the 5 grubs. They do end up taking themselves a couple of towers, and you're right, highlighting that soul point from SK is now a win condition for them. Absolutely worth putting something to that too. It wasn't just those towers, the Dragon, very important. Heretics will need to make sure that the gold that they've gotten from the picks and from a couple of these roaming plays they've made can make the difference before the next Dragon comes through.
A Vault Breaker is only the start of the threat, and a Magnet Storm is the final trend. Sten does it and makes himself known as Sheo jumps in a little bit too deep, a little bit too early. The linchpin of Team Heretics is down, and now all hell breaks loose with SK bringing in the big guns. Chenax TP's in, and it's a mistake from Sheo that you don't often see.
It's the disengage from SK.
Weaver's wall through top, and Camilo is at least trying to buy some time to get some alone time with this set turret, but not enough damage there. Artican going down, SK re-grasping some of this game, and remember Baron's up in 15. 6 stand again, tries to find Kadui, but remember, they have those rebirths, so even if Loopy once again gets caught out here, it's high ground, low ground for Flacket. Definitely is the comment there.
Feels topical that we had the re-release of Revenge of the Sith this weekend. They have the high ground. You know?
I did not hear about that.
Didn't? I did.
Is it like a Ultra HD version or something?
No, it's just the same thing again, but I'm into that, so...
Fair. Do they put it in the movies? Is that what they do?
Yes, they put it into the cinema.
As they should. Okay, yeah, I'm all about that as well.
Lightsabers.
It's big. Carlson, the same be said. He's just going to take Blast Cone away. There's good damage coming out of Picard, and he's sinking his fangs in a little bit deeper now that he's got Black Cleaver Shojin.
This is definitely the build that we've seen a lot more this week in LEC. No Eclipse anymore, going towards this double build. Very, very strong 2-item mark stand. Ooh, is he there to save Flacket?
Flacket only gets slowed. Another good Magnet Storm. Stand is at the front line, at the heart of it. Again, Kadui repositions over the turret down. There's nothing in SK's way. They'll push past it. Rika in the way again with the Spirit Rush out and available. And once again, Genax is always there first.
Now, there is a death on the side of Heretics. The Atacon is, still here for the side of SK. Do they feel bold enough to go towards the Barret? No. If they killed Flacket, or if they Sten's going down, there is an equalizer. Rika might be in a spot of trouble. Does have flash and all. I think they might have missed their opportunity.
They saw him definitely, right? I mean, again, Rika just didn't care. He walked forward. Sten's going to be the first target. Sheo gets a good ult up, and in goes Camilo. Wait, Team Heretics, it's working. Now for the turnabout play, SK have nowhere to stay. Loopy's so low as the Dragon just spawns, and this was their soul, but Team Heretics made the long con into a slow push.
Huge play from Sheo. The secret agent maneuvers do work out, and I wonder whether Rika should have just panic flashed instead. The ult not quick enough. Dragon to get it started, and I think SK just have to give up the ghosts here. Picard no flash will have to stick around for a smite steal, but even that's too risky at half HP.
He has no flash. That would be it would be suicidal. Team Heretics. They get 2 dragons. SK at the inside track to mid, so at least this keeps the game flowing for them. Gold still back in their pocket, and gold, by the way, is even, so this game's not over yet, but Baron has to be the next thought as Dragon's out of contention.
Definitely up for vision control. Of course, one of the things about playing around the bot side of the map for a while is that your vision is around bot side. That's not very helpful when everything's around here. You need it to be there. That's
Moving
a problem.
Circle to UFO. It is scary. You're right. SK have used that to their advantage. Solar Flare. Camilo now caught out. Remember, he burnt his flash in the previous play. He's stuck against the wall. The curtain call into Loopy, trying to get Kadui, who's got so many bodies ahead of him. Stand is now left alone. Carlson just watching, and Team Heretics are pounced on once again by this all-in dive from SK.
The melee range Corki is the deadliest. They have easy enough map access to them, like getting flanks and whatever, or damage right now compared to the items which SK have, to force things out for free. That means that their engage becomes very, very hard to deal with, and SK can just keep disengaging, keep throwing out Ws. Turret goes down. Heretics feel a little bit toothless.
All that zone control, Genax just takes it like it truly does feel like we're going to start talking up Kadui once again. We're going to start talking about this Corki. how much free time he's getting.
Oh, here comes Bakata.
When we speak of free time, we're going to remember that no one from SK are nearby until it's Genax. Bukata might have a bit of opening support. Sheo is now getting bodied, and now that the scissors are flying out, Genax just doesn't care. He'll run into anyone. Carlson's not a threat anymore with the exhaust down. Stend has to disengage, and Team Heretics, again, it's not coming together for them today.
That is the kind of play which they actually should be looking for. Those kind of scrappy, no one's quite prepared. You can pick off the Neferi with the vie into the Talir, but it doesn't quite work out. They can't quite knit those skills together quickly enough, and suddenly SK actually get the better end of that play because Neferi just gets to do Neferi things, hit double Q, heal up, and that's kind of the end of it.
And we get to see the power of Gwen because Gwen at 2 items just walks in.
Yeah.
Look at the health. Walks in and no one's really able to contest. Genax is just such a one-man army, and now again, this inner turret that I thought with Baron wouldn't really reach. In the last 25 seconds, SK have opened up the top lane as well. Baron
That's why pushing mid is so important. It opens up those extra angles. Already highlighted how difficult it was before close on the Zenith Blade as we push into River.
Double control ward, clears the whole brush as Charm connects Blackett, loses Cleanse. He's ranged on advantage anymore. Rika is a threat from the right. It's all about the soul here as SK start up the Dragon, 7k. It's going down.
Stend looking for the Miracle Flank, and Hexgate over. It will be on a ward, and that's Kedui's W down. Could be important.
And Stend is so far away. Sheo goes to no man's lane. You talked about it in draft, and now see it in reality. Out goes Sheo. The curtain call will fly. 4,500. It's going down quick. It's the Dragon. It's Health Bar. The fourth shot for the steal. Team Heretics still in the game, but Sheo no longer. The charm out of miss. He's somehow alive, but the dive in from Bukata ends in a flash. He avoids the deadly flourish, but Blackett is on the chase. The Weaver's Wall out. It continues round 2 as SK are kiting back still. It's Kadui versus the world, and I think he can hold the world up. All it takes is a deadly flourish, which he kites away, but his poke really hurts. In the side, in the rim, anywhere he hits you, it is grim. Team Heretics is a 4-man unit. Can't step up to him. Sheo knows, or Stend rather. The flash forward. Kadui gets a rocket, but a 4th shot and a reload. Team Heretics, another kill. Bukata thinks about it as Genax now rolls in this game. He's going from better to best as Carlson from behind. It's a dog shot, but that dog wants to go in again. Blackett for another exhaust down. Dead meat as Camillu survives, and we're just warming up.
That is so much better for Heretics than they had any right of happening from that Dragon. The setup looks... Kadui obviously has a ton of damage. You see how much that random crit does. Flashes forwards here and very nearly takes 2 for himself in this. The teleport, it's a good angle. It's a little bit too late at this point. I understand you can't recall and teleport any quicker. They're going on to him
again, but it's mega deep. As you said, disengage with the Max Stop from Stand, layers onto everyone. Opposite the track, but for SK, how true is that as a frontline Ari is the worst one. Blackett gets the kill. Team Heretics, again, moments in the sun. The turret goes with it.
Heretics are managing to thread the needle so well. Kadui, so much damage, but not the easiest way for him to get out of the combo. This is going to buy them a Baron, and as we were saying before, you know...
And I mean, it's a game of boots where he's probably just going to upgrade those Tarbis anyway. So, Loopy, that isn't it. Solarflare's going to come out. Can they do anything with it is the question, but SK support giving freebies. Not being the best game from him, and Team Heretics will smile at the deal. Rika and Kadui, who in this game had monumental displays. Kadui no longer. It's Sheo's chase, the seismic shove, a combination that is unbreakable. Team Heretics now with an open mid.
Fantastic follow-up with the Weaver's Wall. Makes it so easy to pick off this Corki, who had so much of the gold for SK. Heretics with the Baron buff and the Hex Soul can absolutely crush the base now.
Blackett, you might think 4 shots, but it's enough. Again, Team Heretics blast open 2 lanes. A good charm, but it's all in defense here. How long can SK hold on? Sten thinking about an engage, a deadly flourish. Yet again, Loopy shoved back. He just respawned to die on his back. Team Heretics with 5 still, the needlework has scaled, and Genax is the last line of defense, and as he holds on, trying to clear the wave, the curtain call brings out. Brilliance is shown with 4 shots, only 2 connecting, an ulti used, but a Magnet Storm keeping Bukata in place. Team Heretics, again, look for a regain, but they're just going to pull on back. SK managed to defend for now. They can't find anything off the...
You press the go button and something disappears on the other side of the map. Heretics doing a good job to play around that, and a couple of wobbles in the mid game. SK will be wondering where it went wrong as he goes forwards again.
He buffs the charm. Golden no. Sheo might have run out of time. Magnet Storm saved again. Sten's resurgence coming into the LEC, or at least his debut in this split, has looked so much better than the last. Sten gonna look for the flip, and Genax gets no chance to bring the game back to even. SK running out of odds, 3 left in the base, and Team Heretics with 1 lane to go through.
Genax showing why you shouldn't run with scissors and do ill-informed teleports. It's not been his best use of globals. This game goes down very easily, and Heretics, I think they'll just march in with 3 inhibitors. Can they finish at this point? Well, they're going to give it a try.
Bakata doesn't have enough wave clear, but Rika might. Zone control is good from Camilo, a charm so narrowly missed. The minions coming out for their second push, and Rika still trying his best to defend. Flackett looks for the range, and the 4th shot takes it into the turret, and SK know the drill. Loopy steps up again. He has to die a 7th time as Shao runs into the turret. 1 left remaining as Camilo's dived on by Bukata. The pierce through, the bleed enough. Camilo, though, gets his dying breath of a poke. A double over to Flackett, who has been seizing the day. Team Heretics, game 1. Resilience is their name.
That was an awesome Jhin game coming through Mount because you need to use that Gnar timing, but it does give you a secondary threat alongside that Rakam, which can also throw his body into the fray.
Well, at least we've got some follow-up engage built up by that last Gnar anyway. As
your AD carry goes back, and they go walk out onto the map wherever they want. While that is happening, if you have enough HP, you can just walk up river as a support as well and kind of do what you want. Fight in jungle, though.
It's all about tempo, isn't it? Shao a little bit low, gets the smite down in the end, but Bakata's not done. The spear's out as Gravity Field is set up, and Sten flashes forward to enable the first blood kill. A spike down, beautiful, but it's not over yet. Team Heretics can feel the blood in their ears, and they're rushing to get onto Loopy. The rest of W away. It ends there, but a first blood over to Shao. His first blood
on the tower, maybe look for something again.
Loopy's covering as well, though, so it's an all-on in force. Under turret, Camilo is stunned up, and a great trade from Rika. He's used a bit of his life for it, but now with his mana low, he won't care. Bakata flashes in, and Camilo is dead meat until he gets out, but Loopy doesn't hit the target. Followed up by Kadui is good, though, so it's a clean. Ends up being a trade as both mid laners drop to the ground, but Infernal Dragon starts the game off for Team Heretics. An objective down to see if Sten survives the next dive.
Means that Shao's not here to defend the dive, though. Takes the dragon, can't help his support.
Loopy does it with ease. The bullet time into a giant wall delays the game. Flash from Loopy. Bakata's ignited. He'll walk it out, and Sten stays standing. While again,
Heretics stand on the side again. Camilo does have a potential to make a play. Has that Nash's Tooth. But without Shao in position, hard to do anything.
Sten gets chunked. Dragon down. Equalized a little bit, but SK have opened up their bottom turret. No one's here. A wave thin, but still there. Everyone moves in, and with Demolish as well. Team Heretics keeping 1 minion alive because they've got 5 mites, or rather 5 grubs. Dragon goes down, that's the first of it. SK are going to try and respond with mid. They've got no grubs, and they've got a misfortune. Didn't push turrets as fast as someone like Ashe.
Weirdly, she needs an enemy wave there to push it quicker because of her love tap passive. You can kind of auto-attack and kind of switch between the two of them.
There it is.
There you go. Gets it eventually. It takes a little while, but Sten, but you don't have that quickness anymore, which is your big tool for setting up that bullet time. You're not on the best terrain either on this side. Your backs are against the wall at this side of the pit. The Heretics feel like they can throw an arrow out. Let's see what Flackett's feeling.
It's teleport, it's a flank, it's an angle. The arrow, as you said, onto the engaged. Bukata flashes away, but Carlson in a sticky situation. He's popped his ulti, but he's stunned up with no chance. He walks for a few, though, gets a reset. Alive and thriving. He flashes over the wall as Kadui's bullet time is now down, but Flackett caught out somehow on the right-hand side. Carlson manages to escape in the end, as Herald was a byproduct. Team Heretics pull it and move away. Place mid. 15 seconds till Atakan, 5 seconds till Dragon. Does that pull SK away?
And again, it's trying to do that counterweight. Bakata might just show it, decides against it, looking for a pick, but Sten puts up the door.
Sten is out early with the door, though. Walks into the gravity field, but Rika can't do anything. He flashes away from the enchant across the arrow, and Carlson is here to stay. No change, but as Shao gets knocked away, he pops up Rika. The blast cone for a failure doesn't connect, and Team Heretics with a pick off. They open up
jointed approach towards this situation.
Getting caught out. Shao again. His aggression pays dividends here for Team Heretics. Under his leadership,
at all, because they do get the Dragon now for free. SK have failed their engage opportunity. They didn't have the quickness. They used that Pantheon ultimate. Don't get the kills. Third Dragon over to Heretics. Yes, they are losing some. Yeah, SK, they've, you know, hang on a second. And speaking of that, control, bit of a problem. There's the arrow.
And the ulti layered on top. A pick off Loopy in games 1 and game 2. He's got the support blues.
And normally we talk about 2 birds with 1 stone. Are we flipping this? Are we staying on it? You can charge the Mega Gnar on it.
Well, there's no arrow available. Maybe they think to their advantage. SK, Genax half the way up to the Mega Gnar bar. Now in the yellow, which is good. But Carlson goes over the wall. Bukata takes him for a deal. The dunk down is great. Carlson back out. Juggling the arrow as Bukata's low. Carlson, that one play feels so impactful as Sten runs forward with the wall. Loopy tries to get in. There's a new wall. There's a new leader in town. Carlson's angle is bridging the gap. Flashes away as SK are zoned out of the pit. Camilo doing the same. The solo laners are sacrificing their life, but they've got a Mountain Soul as Bukata met with a flash from Carlson, but he'll re-engage and he'll put Bukata in his place.
Heretics hold the line, they get themselves a Mountain Soul, and SK have got a couple of members trapped behind enemy lines. I don't think they're making it home alive.
It's a sandwich the Stand is happy to make for them. Kadui, what do you want for dessert? Carlson, that passage of play.
One in the game, and even the Ashe is doing more than the MF auto attack for auto attack. They lose the Dragon, the extra shields come up, and you're trapped at this point. You've lost the fight.
Solo Lanner's improvement again is insane. Loopy is going to try and cue this. I've seen it from newbie. Too impressed, doesn't it? But so do Team Heretics, 5,500 gold. Their Mountain Soul now with their Baron. Mid turret being open. Look at where Camilo stands. Easy access to this inner turret. The structure's falling. Bridge of collapsing right now for SK.
And huge credit again to Camilo. This guy was put under a ton of pressure in the early game. I don't really think he's put a foot wrong.
Yeah.
He's been a presence in every kind of macro play they wanted to do. Never been an easy pick. I think that Bukata, if he found another couple of picks, could have opened up the game a lot earlier, a lot more effectively. You're jumping onto a guy with a Mountain Soul and with a Crescent Guard.
And he's going to pop at least one of them right now, even though the Mountain Soul goes down. Bullet time's there, but Shao's buying a lot of time. Everyone in the kitchen sink sent in. Shao takes a while to die. The Chaos Storm gets its reach, though, as Camilo now sits there. The all-in is great, though. An opportunity in the sun, but Carlson comes from left field again! The top lane Demon King of the LEC. It's Carlson, first name Carl.
Not even a 2,500 gold lead in top lane could stop the World Ender doing his business. Carlson comes up clutch, and SK get wiped after taking too long to find that first pick.
8-0-2, and even though the early game wasn't his story, even though it was Camilo absorbing pressure of Blackhead's arrows with Sten doing what he can to be the bridge, Team Heretics, all the pieces come together. It wasn't as bloodthirsty, it wasn't as explosive in this 2-0, but it was a 2-0, and Team Heretics want you to know.
And it's an important one of that too. We've already talked about the stakes of both these teams. Heretics